Hi everyone, welcome to Understanding Entrepreneurship with Vusi. Today I'll be talking about the importance of having a role model as an entrepreneur. Let's get it. Woo! As an entrepreneur, it's very important to have, a role model, someone that you like in terms of how they're operating their businesses, in terms of their, the kind of a person that they are, in running their organizations. The reason being why I always encourage people to have role models, it's one, we need to understand that entrepreneurship, you are not born with it, being an entrepreneur. You're not born to be an entrepreneur. You learn to be an entrepreneur, right? Meaning that during that learning curve, there's a lot of mistakes that you make as an entrepreneur. So it's very important sometimes to find role models that you can have access to or that you can see online and read their stories and you can emulate what they're doing, It's very important. And the other thing we need to understand that our weakest point as entrepreneurs or one of our weakest attribute, it's our mind, right? Because we are not born into this thing that's entrepreneurship, but you recondition your mind in terms of what you perceive, and your Abdullah Opankata stores that thing nicely and it can condition you to become a better entrepreneur in terms of not doing the same mistakes, right? For example, I follow Gary Vee. I like Gary Vee. Gary Vee is an entrepreneur that I'm always checking out. I love Gary Vee's content, because I learn a lot from him. One, I learn about content attribution and content distribution and content curation, which is very important for me as a media executive who's in media, that I've been doing. I've been in media to close to 18, 14 years, as a media executive. So hence I like Gary Vee. I like his style of leadership. I like his style of business acumen. And then you look at it in our country, I like the likes of DJ Spoo, I like what he does, teaching entrepreneurs, even if you've charged so much money when you're launching your product, you need to understand the market. You need to be down there on the rock bottom because everything happens on the ground. The money that you get as an entrepreneur, if you don't understand your market, which is your ground, the people that have the buying power, you are not able to maximize or to grow the business. Hence, I like the likes of DJ Spoo. And it's real, That's one role model that I'm always paying attention in terms of how he does his stuff, What is it doing? How is he marketing his music, Because he's in media as well, And he starts businesses from zero and he scales them to quite nice millions, couple of millions there and there. And he's an author, he owns a radio station. So those are kind of models that I look up to. So it's very important as an entrepreneur to also identify a role model that's within your business of expertise or your industry, so that you can borrow the same ideas that they're doing and implement them in your business. That's one huge aspect. And as well, how they lead their people, As entrepreneurs, we are told that, sometimes people, they tell you that you are the business, or sometimes employees or your business colleagues or your staff, they are least treated, they're not treated in a nice way because entrepreneurs, they believe that they don't value their staff. They always value the customer first and the customer's right. Whereas with some role models, they believe firstly, like the likes of Gary Vee, that their staff comes first and the customer comes second. So that's one thing that I've learned from having a role model like Gary Vee from afar, And I believe that as an entrepreneur, it helps you to become a better entrepreneur because you can borrow the leadership or how they lead as an entrepreneur, and you can inculcate that into your business. And as well, how they look after their finances, right? So a lot of entrepreneurs, they believe that, if I'm an entrepreneur, I need to be driving a Porsche. I need to be driving, staying in an amazing apartment whereas my bank sheet is always on negative. Whereas you find entrepreneurs like Gary Vee, they drive simple cars, but their businesses are worth millions because every little cent that they get, they put it back into their business. So that's one example why I love Gary Vee. Every little money that he gets, he puts it back to his business. His money, he pumps it back to the business. So as a result, myself as an entrepreneur, I've borrowed as well that method where every little money that's supposed to come to me, I put it back to the business. That's one huge advantage of having a role model, because you can emulate what they do. That could apply to you as an entrepreneur. If you are into mining, you could look at Patrice Mtsipe. How's his code of conduct with his stuff? How is he putting his brand out there, because you can learn a lot, understanding that a business and you is two separate things. I am Vusumuzi Ndhlovu. Voo Media or other businesses that I'm involved, they are not me. I am my own person. But what I can do as my own person is realizing that me, myself, this me is a mini, this me is a brand. I'm a brand, I'm a personal brand. Hence I take my brand serious. Hence I create amazing content with my staff. Why? Because we're building the brand Voo C, which is Voo C the brand. Where did I get that idea from? From having a role model like Gary Vee, seeing what they're doing from afar. So that helps you as an entrepreneur to become better in your business, to identify territories that are not tapped. I hope this episode is value to you, the entrepreneur that's watching this. Let me know what's your thought about having role models that you look up to, and what are you emulating from them. Thank you so much. Peace. Woo! I'm out.